Hello everyone, welcome to another lesson. Today we are going to look at relative pronouns. What do you mean by relative pronouns and what are they? Okay, so we are going to see 8 relative pronouns. First, let's ask what do you mean by relative pronouns? So let's look at the first sentence. The man. Let's take out this part. The man is my uncle. That's a complete sentence. The man is my uncle. Okay? If we look, we have subject, we have verb. My uncle is a complement. It's a complete sentence. But if I just come here and say to somebody, the man is my uncle, he's going to see who is the man. Or which man you are talking about. Okay? So, I say the man who works at the station is my uncle. Now I am specifying, I am trying to define the man. I am adding information. This information that I add here, we call it a relative clause. Why a relative clause? Because it starts with who. And who here is a relative pronoun. What makes it a relative pronoun? It's this word. It comes before. So we have the antecedent, then we have relative pronoun, and then we have the complete of the sentence. So, a relative pronoun is a pronoun that comes after the antecedent and links the antecedent, like here the man, with what comes after. So, it links the man with works at the station and is my uncle. So here we use the relative clause to explain the man, but we need to have relative clause. If I say, for example, who are you? Or who works at the station? That's different. So that's WH question. Okay? So in order to say that who is a relative pronoun, we must have the antecedent. We call it antecedent. Okay, this word. It can be noun or it can be especially pronouns. Okay, but we will not look at that. So now we understand what we mean by relative clause. What are the relative pronouns that we have? So we are going to look at 8. We have who, whom, which, whose, where, when, why, and we have that. Okay? But there are some differences between each we are going to look at. So these are pure relative pronouns. These are adverbs. We use, for example, where for place, when for time, and why for reason. And we have that. We will look at each one. Let's start with who and whom. Who and whom are relative pronouns that we use when we have a person as the antecedent, like here, we have the man. But why did we use who and whom? We use who when the antecedent is the subject. So look, the man works. The man works. If the antecedent is the object, like here, we use whom. So the man whom you helped. To make the difference, to make things clear for you, simply, if you have verb after the pronoun, so we have who works, you use who. If you have whom, and after that you have you. If you have subject after the pronoun, you use whom. You can't say who you helped. The man who you helped. The man whom you helped. Although sometimes in some writings, especially with native speakers, sometimes we find an overlap between them, especially the use of who instead of whom. But for us, we need to know the rules. Then we have which, we use it with the person. So look, I like the book which you gave me as a birthday gift. I like the book. Okay, good. The student whose father, that's possessive. So we say that's possessive when we have whose. Father of the student, the father of the student. when we have this relationship of possessive, or of something that, we have possessive between one noun and another, or pronoun and noun, etc. So the student whose father, in order to know if it is possessive, just do the simple idea. Father of the student, if it is correct, then it's possessive. If it's not possessive. We have these three again. So let's look. She wants to go back to the city where she was born. We use where to refer to place because we have city. I can't remember the time, it's clear. When for time. The time when we went on a trip to the north. Give me one reason, one idea, one reason. Why should I agree with you? Give me just one reason why should I agree with you. So that's for, we use why with reason. Before we go to that, sometimes where, especially where and when, sometimes we can use which instead of where and when. When is that? We have to be very careful. If the action here happened in this place, just like this. If the action here happened in this place, we speak about place. So we use where. If the action here happened at this time, we use when. If we are referring to something else, it's not when, it's not where, it's which. For example, Rabat, which is the capital of Morocco, is a beautiful city. Rabat, which is the beautiful, we can't say Rabat, where is the beautiful city of Morocco. No, which is, because we are referring to description of a place. We are just giving information about about a city, not a place. If it is a place, there should be an action happening in there. But here we don't have that action. Good. Now we come to that. Simply that, and we can replace, it can replace who and it can replace which. There are small differences. I don't discuss them here. You can check my videos on the difference between that and who, and also the other video on that and which differences between that and which. For us, one idea just I want to tell you. If the clause is very important, like all the clauses we have here, which means it is essential, we call it defining or restrictive. I didn't go into details like that because we have here just relative pronouns. But if it is important, we can use that. If it's not important, we just use which or who. If we have a person, we use who, and if we have thing, we use which. So, just a recapitulation, who for person with whom, which for things, and whose for possessive, where for place, when for time, why for reason, so etc. And that can replace who or which. And we have come to the end of this lesson. If you still have some things that you haven't understood, you can put them at the comment section. And again, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and like and share our video so that you can receive more videos like this. And thank you for watching. Bye.